Hey everybody, Bruce here with a video that was actually inspired by you all on chats that were going on in Slack. So, do you remember this lab that we did where you had to verify in PHP that the person filled in all of these 4 fields, right? Now, when you in PHP filled this information out, right, and then clicked on the submit button, this page here, this entire PHP script, right, was reloaded, right, because it went to the PHP server, right, and it started reading in your code, and it knew that we were doing a post because you filled out the data on the forum, and then some PHP code ran to verify that you, in fact, filled in all of those fields. And if you didn't, it put this sad face, at least mine did, that told you all those fields were required. Now, that's having this page reload, right? And when I click the submit button, that page is posted to XAMPP in this case. And again, it's going through an entire page cycle. So what happens now when I infuse some JavaScript, and let me show you what I did here. Okay, so here's my form. Here's the form. And when I go down here, I wrote some script. This is JavaScript. And I'm declaring some variables here that grab on through JavaScript, through the browser's, through the browser. I'm grabbing a hold to any, to the button that's there. That's this button right here on line 83. I'm getting the values that are in the first name field, because I'm using the ID, the last name, the email, and the comments. I'm getting the value of each one of those fields the user filled out. And then I have an if statement that's checking to see if any one of those fields is blank, then I'm alerting and saying all fields are required. And there are much better ways to do things other than alert, but I just whipped this together. And then I'm preventing the browser from submitting the form, the post, to the PHP script. I'm holding it back. This is called preventing the default behavior of that submit button, okay? And that E comes from a parameter I'm passing in there. If everything is good, I'm just going to allow, I put an alert here that said this form looks good. I'm going to take this out. We're just going to submit the form, okay? So let me show it to you. And what's good about this is it's also going to check in PHP as well. And it's going to keep the form sticky as well using PHP. So I know a lot, and I'm probably not doing the best job because I just had dinner and I had some really spicy food. So check this out. If I just reload the page here and I click on the submit button, boom, it's saying all fields are required. Again, I wouldn't use alert pop-ups, but just roll with me, okay? So now nothing happened. Notice that this didn't like turn to an X quickly. Let me just show you that again. Watch it quickly, upper left, right? Nothing happened, right? And I can actually show that in the developer tools, but I'm being lazy right now. I'll type in Bruce. I'll type in Elgort. I'll type in BE at be.com. And just for kicks, I'm going to leave this comments blank. And again, watch this here. It's not going to do anything because all the fields aren't filled in and I'm preventing the form from being posted. But as soon as I fill in all these fields, watch what happens. When I click submit, you'll watch up here in the upper left, watch what happens. Did you see it go to an X? And now my PHP kicked in and you can see all the stuff here and all the sticky fields, right? So again, let me do that one more time. Okay, let me reload the page. And again, just click submit, nothing's going on here. Nothing's going on. In fact, I'm gonna modify that to just show a message over here, okay, rather than an alert, but I was pressed for time. And then, again, I'll just fill in Bruce, do the same thing, right? Nope, ain't happening. So I prevent the form from being submitted in JavaScript on the glass, right? And then I'll say Elgort, be at be.com. I like pizza, right? And then click submit, watch here, right? And boom, there it is, okay? So I'm using JavaScript to work on the form and have JavaScript perform the validation before it even gets to run the PHP script, okay? Full stack development. We're doing stuff in the browser and then we're doing stuff on the server. So let me just see if I can wing this for us. Well, no, I'm not going to do it now because I just threw a lot at you. But here's the JavaScript. So my JavaScripters should remember how we can use query selector to grab things in the DOM, in the document object model, right? And then I'm taking that thing I grabbed, I'm adding what's called a JavaScript event listener, and I'm waiting for someone to click it, and then I'm calling what this is called an anonymous function. It's a function with no name, and I'm passing into it what's called the event object, which you get by default in JavaScript. And then I'm getting the first name, last name, email, comments from the form using JavaScript and these IDs, okay? Because each of those inputs and the text area has an ID, and I'm grabbing the value property, which has the value that the user filled in. I then have an if statement checking to see if any one of those fields is blank. If they are, I say all fields are required, and I prevent the default behavior of that click event from happening, so it's not submitting the form. And then that's it. So let me know what you think. And also give you the code. I'll zip it up. But JavaScripters, this should all start coming back to you. Have a good day, and thanks to all who inspired me to do this. I'll do a lot more. I just have to be careful not to confuse the PHPers who have not had JavaScript yet. Have a good day, everybody.